What's happening, people? Welcome back to United View. Welcome to another injury update here at the clinic with Oxford Natural and the man himself, Dr. Andre. We are talking Lisandro Martinez today. But before we get into that, remember, smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, of course. But click the link in the video description below. Scan the QR code for your chance to get up to 70% off your Oxford Natural supplements. You've seen KG, you've seen Owen, you've seen myself, you've seen us through tour. You guys have been emailing, texting, not texting, should I say, DMing, should I say, and putting in super chats during the show, in the regular chat, saying that you guys have been on your optimum journeys as well, and you're losing weight and you're enjoying it. It's not a diet pill, it's not needles, it's not Ozempic, right? You have to put the work in, but this will aid you, yeah? A lot of natural supplements, Optimum Day and Optimum Night, that will keep you exactly where you need to be on your weight loss journey. But today's video, like I said, Lisandro Martinez. Now, you did a really good breakdown on this at UVHQ on the board, going through the knee joint, and I learned so much. And that was when he did this. This was in February this year. Long time's passed now, sort of 6-7 months now, maybe more. My maths is not great, but a long time. Yeah. And he's nearing a return. So I wanted to check in with you about what this phase looks like, because he's been out for ages. He's travelled to a pre-season tour with us. Obviously didn't play or anything, but just doing his rehab and stuff. And he's nearing a return. What does this phase look like now for Lisandro Martinez?
Yeah, so we know he's had the surgery. He's now got a stable knee again, because the thing about the cruciate injury is that it causes an unstable knee. That connection between the thigh bone and the shin bone is lost. There's a lack of communication. They wobble. It's just now fixed because there's some form of new ligament formed. So they'll take in a tendon, put the tendon into the joint, and that takes months for the tendon to convert over into a ligament. So in all that time, he's less active. He's not able to get the same force through his legs. There's muscle wasting happens. So now he's in the process of rebuilding safely, weight-bearing exercises. Again, when you put a new thing into the knee that wasn't there before, and it was basically a tendon, it won't stretch the same. So it takes a long time to get full flexibility and movement. So now we assume that he's pretty much pain-free. He's got the flexibility almost back to normal. And now it's about rebuilding muscle strength, muscle coordination, and also nerve coordination, because this is now a new structure. It's not quite the same knee that it was before. There's a new thing in there, and therefore he has to learn some new proprioception. Therefore it's all that side to side, back and forth, gradually increasing load on that knee so the muscles build, but then also the coordination of this new combination of muscle, new type ligaments, and then the new coordination that he needs for that knee. Because football's a very, very complex game.
A lot of range of movements in there as well, different loads on your different joints.
That's the thing, I mean, the knee isn't really designed for football. Okay, it really isn't.
What it is, yeah.
It's designed.
Imagine that, the knee, like one of the most important things you need to actually play football. It wasn't made for this.
No, we're built to hunt in a straight line. Okay, to run for a long time, chase down prey in a straight line. Maybe at the end, a bit of a fight.
That's really true, you know, you're just thinking of like, basically the human like construct of cave of what we were meant to do. Yeah. We were put here to hunt, find food.
So that's so crazy. We follow for hours and hours and hours. Other animals, they have fur, okay? They're bigger than us, stronger than us, more vicious, sharper teeth, but they have fur, okay? So when we chase them, because we have no fur, we never overheat, okay? The prey overheats eventually. It's exhausted, then we can get it. At the end, there's a bit of twist and turn and swivel. But we're not really built to twist and swivel.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So then you put football, which is basically 90 minutes of nothing but the final pig chase. Okay, that last bit. It's no wonder these stresses and strains and wrenching put a lot of force through the knee. So essentially, that's what he's got to now reintroduce, because he'd have healed the way we healed years ago in the savannah, okay, which is, I can go now in a nice straight line. Yeah. We have to reintroduce all the complexity of side to side thought, twist, load, angle, and respectfully, you have to allow this baby ligament, which is what he has in the knee, to mature, and this is why it takes a few more months of rehab.
Once he's back from, obviously they don't put them out on the grass or to team training, and definitely not into a match day squad. Once he's back on the pitch, how long do you think it takes to sort of get back to maybe what he was? Is that where the mental side comes in? Because if he's a very aggressive player. I mean, actually, we were there at the game.
Yeah, we were.
When we saw this happen, right? The same incident. So Lisandro Martinez, he's nicknamed the Butcher.
Yes.
Very aggressive. Yeah. Really wants to win tackles, go in hard, etc. Is that where the psychological side comes in of like, you can't sort of go in half-hearted because you think, oh, my knee, it can't change me as a player, versus is my knee ready to follow that psychological path that I need to stay on? How difficult is that for players to maintain? Or how much as a doctor are you encouraging them sort of, I know you're kind of crazy, I know you, but maybe don't? Or is it like, no, until they can go full pelt, full tilt and be the player that he is, you're not signing them off basically to get back?
Yeah. I think you know that in training. You look at a player, you know their personality, and really the coaches know when a player is ready, when they go in with that same speed and intensity. As a doctor, we're not quite so involved in that sort of heavy training. Are they giving it full attitude? That's much more players interacting with players. And also it depends on your personality type.
And he's aggressive. He's a little shit, mate.
If that's who he is.
Yeah.
It's very hard to take that away.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe at night time.
It's his second big injury though as well.
Yeah, I think at night time, maybe your darkest moment, you wonder, can I still do it? Can I still do that? But let's face it, when you're training, it's like for some leg injuries, like say medial knee injuries, we get a medicine ball, put it against a wall, and have them just kick it with the side of their leg as hard as they could. And when they can do that with full force, because it's sort of a safe way to do it, then you know that is strong enough for the game. Okay, so every player is different in terms of mentality, but I sense he's that sort of tigerish South American. That's who he is intrinsically.
Exactly what he is.
So
yeah, it's built in him. Aggression is built in him on the pitch. Like he's just so angry all the time. He's just that type of guy, and it's a big part of his game, right? So if he doesn't have that, look, people make. I know you've seen him quite. He's quite short for a centre half, so people do make jokes and stuff. He's a little, but what he does is he tries to make up for that with brute force and really aggressive, which a lot of the time does work, sometimes not so much. So that was my worry as a fan of like, this is his second big injury. It was his metatarsal before, which he was out for a while. He comes back for a little bit, does his knee, which was really unlucky. And this is his like third big injury now, because I think he did his foot against Sevilla. Then he done one knee against West Ham. I think Kufal fell on him. And then now there's this one that happened against Crystal Palace. So I don't want him to be sort of labelled as injury prone now, but they're starting to rack up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I think I would say to a player in this situation is that the injury that he had might not have come out of nowhere. He might have had micro injuries, strains. This ligament might have been a bit moth-eaten anyway. Hence, one thing just lets it go. It's very hard to take a purely beautiful, just pristine cruciate and tear it. There's normally some degree of degradation. So he's playing at that time, full pelt, running everywhere with probably a slightly aged cruciate. Now he's got a new one. It's a brand new one. Okay, a complete replacement. So you reinforce the fact that this one is like it was when you were 17, 15. So enjoy that. I would probably emphasize the new, the fresh. It's now pristine again, maybe better than what you had previously. Just trying to reinforce that message.
There you go, Lisandro Martinez on his way back. We don't have an exact due date, we don't have an exact timeline. Clearly the club are taking their time, but what we do know is that he is closing in on that return to first team action. We can't wait to see him back out there. Right, remember to smash the like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course, but also more importantly than that in today's case is make sure you are using the QR code or scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the video description below to get your 70% off your Oxford Natural supplements. We've been doing it, we've been looking great, we've been feeling great. You guys at home, a lot of you guys have been testimony to that as well. So make sure you keep across all of that and don't say that we keep these things to ourselves. Yeah, we share it with the community, yeah? All right guys, we'll see you on the next one. Take care, peace.